Welcome, everybody. It's college football Saturday morning. I'm talking once again with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadeau. Jeff, welcome back on board, my friend. There's some, in this business, everybody seems to jump, the public especially, in all these marquee games, the big schools, and of course, I lay a lot on big schools at certain angles. But what I love when everything comes to, goes through the washing machine, per se, at the end of the day, I like the angle, Jeff, that you look at as far as profiting on smaller schools that might not be getting the attention. Therefore, the lines might not be as tight. If you will, walk us through a few games that are going to be on this afternoon. Show our viewers where the edge is and how we can cash these tickets, my man.
Yeah, Mike, for me, I think a lot of people in any sport, particularly college, tend to look at some of these bigger matchups. For me, though, I'm always looking at smaller schools, even added games. I really enjoy added games on the card because at the end of the day, Mike, it's just really good teams against bad teams. And most line makers don't have any idea what they're doing when putting a line out like that. One game that I'm going to give out, a couple games I'm going to give out, I'm going to look at Middle Tennessee at Vanderbilt. Now, yeah, this the line was actually you could get it up to 5.5, 6 a couple days ago, but it's dropped to Vandy -3. And yeah, I got to ask myself, is Vandy just favored because they're an SEC school? They have no business being favored against the Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders. This Middle Tennessee State, Mike, really good offense. I don't know if you've seen them play, but they are really, really good offensively. They bring back a quarterback, Brent Stockstill. He's actually the son of the head coach. Mike, he threw for over 4,000 yards last year, and he's only 52 yards shy of a freshman record held by none other than Jameis Winston. So you can see how good a quarterback this guy is. He has all of his position players back, and he brings back a defense that's actually pretty good. They were very good last year against the run, only gave up about 152 yards a game, good for 45th in the country. And you look at Vanderbilt, Mike, this team sucks.
Yeah.
They're no good offensively. They only had 242 yards last week in a game against South Carolina that they should have won. They were up 10-0 most of the game.
There's no doubt. In Vanderbilt, and I'm not trying to cut you off, we're just bouncing in and out here. I love it. Vanderbilt made a statement this year that we're not the doormat anymore, and just because you got Vandy on your schedule doesn't mean it's a victory. And when I looked at this game, because yes, I have watched Middle Tennessee. I love these smaller schools. All right, this team is sneaking right in a perfect position, I think, in this game. All right, and they have faced some top school challenge. They do not at all get overwhelmed when facing a major opponent. So, yeah, I'm a little shocked at this also, and I think you nailed it on the first sentence, only because they're an SEC school. What do you think the angle is in this? Is it in a total? Is it in a side?
Well, I'm actually going to go with Middle Tennessee on the money line, plus 155 here.
Love it.
Mike, you look at Kyle Shermer, the quarterback for Vanderbilt, a son of Pat Shermer, 8 for 22 last week for 73 yards. This offense sucks, and the one thing they might do well is run the ball. Middle Tennessee, a very good run defense, like I said, and you mentioned they faced good schools in the past.
Absolutely.
Last year they hung with Illinois. They lost to Vandy by 4. And the home team's 0-4 against the spread in the last 4 matchups between these two. Vanderbilt or Middle Tennessee's going to get up for this game. It's an in-state rival kind of school. And I think they're going to get excited and win.
I like that also, and the revenge factor plays in there also, because last year Vandy was not a good team either. So Middle Tennessee's going, you know what? We should have had that one last year. Let's show them this year who's boss. I like that angle. On the money line, Middle Tennessee State plus 155. Hit us with another one, big man.
I'm going to go with an added game, Mike. I'm going to go, and again, you may have to wait for some books to release these lines, but on 5 Dimes currently at SBRodds.com, I'm going to go with Marshall, minus 41 against Morgan State. Now, if you watched any videos last year that I did with Peter Loshak, I played a lot of these higher spread kind of games, and I nailed most of them. Marshall's a team that didn't play in week 1. They were in a bye. They're at home here. Marshall's poised to have a big year behind quarterback Chase Litton. If you know, Marshall, very good offensively over the years with Doc Holliday, very good defense as well, and they're hosting Morgan State. Many people are going to say, where the hell is Morgan State and what is it?
Hey, big man, I got to throw this out there.
Yeah.
A guy named Doc Holliday, you just got to love everything about that.
Yeah.
That is
I
awesome.
agree. I think it's one of the better coaching names in college football. But Morgan State, it's a school in Baltimore, actually. If you don't know, they're in the MEAC. And I've feasted over the years on betting against MEAC teams. I actually had Old Dominion last week against Hampton. These MEAC teams they're just not on a level to handle competition like this. This Morgan State team lost last week 51-24. And Mike, you're probably thinking it was against a D1 opponent. It was against Holy Cross. They lost
Holy shit.
51. Yeah. So I just think Marshall's going to really lay the smackdown. It's their first game. I think they're going to come out just really firing. I don't think Morgan State has any chance. And by the way, last year, Mike, Morgan State, 18 points a game. Not very good. And
Yeah.
in that division, they should. I mean, they're just going to get rolled here. I think. I think this is like a 56-3 type of game. I think Marshall comes out firing. Morgan State has no chance to hang in this game.
And also you said it, Marshall having that week 1 bye. These kids, they can't wait. They cannot wait for the snap of the ball. All right, now when you're facing an opponent that they've been able to study film and see what this team did not accomplish last week in that ass whooping, and it wasn't against a D1 school. Holy cross, are you kidding me? So I think Marshall's going to come out firing all cylinders. That may be one for our viewers to look at also on a first half. I love first half, big man.
They gave up 51 points to Holy Cross. I don't know what they're going to do against Marshall.
Oh, my God.
Kinda
Yeah.
scary.
Wow. I love it. All right, my man. You heard it, viewers. All right, Marshall, it's a high line, -41. All right. But big man on campus, he feasts, he eats, and he just literally lives off of the MEAC. So with that being said, buddy, hit us with another one, big man.
I'm going to go BYU Utah under the posted total, Mike. I think the line, actually, you know what? The line's 45, actually. Mike, I was thinking about going side here, but I actually like both of them either way. I'm going to go under 45 in this game. BYU, a team last week, I mean, I guess you could say they struggled. They ended up getting a win against Arizona. It was an easy game. It was kind of ugly. Utah, a team that really kind of wins with defense. They don't exactly have any skill player that really jumps off the page to you. I think both these teams, it's going to be an ugly game. These teams hate each other. The Holy War, a great rivalry. I think they're going to punch each other in the mouth. As long as we don't see a lot of turnovers in this game, I think this is a low-scoring football game. You also look at BYU. They've lost 5 straight in this series. I think they're going to be a live dog in this game. They have an ability to win this game outright, if you ask me. And they have a little revenge factor as well, due to the fact that in the bowl game last year, Mike, they actually played Utah in the Las Vegas Bowl and lost pretty handedly. So I definitely think this is probably the best BYU team we've seen in a while. I think they win this game, but I think the better plays on the under. I think this is like a 2017 type of game. I think it's low scoring, a lot of punts, a lot of quick series. I think it's going to be all
Jeff,
about field
correct me
position.
if I'm wrong. Did not BYU hire Ty Detmer as its offensive coordinator this year?
They do. They have Ty Detmer as their offensive
See, I
coordinator.
love that. I love that. So you throw that in the mix, BYU on a revenge factor, and not just because of a normal season loss. All right, you're talking about a bowl game. All right, that resonates. I like that angle. So what you're saying is not only the under, and I get it because these are two building offensive teams that really Utah depends on defense. You also like the side. I wonder what BYU's paying out on a money line win.
They're paying out about 145, and that's actually, I mean, when you have a game of 3 or less, I usually look to back the money line if I like the dog.
Yeah.
If you're just going to get better value doing that, I think I see BYU winning this game. I think they're the more talented team, and like I said, I think it's going to be ugly because I think both defenses are really going to be stout in this game. But I like BYU. I think they're a good football team.
And
Probably one of the-
another important thing for you and I to consistently do for our viewers, and I mean this, is to let them know, to let these viewers know when it might be a good time to jump on board. You know what? The second half of the season, look out for that BYU offense, all right? Under the tutelage of Ty Detmer for any period of time, I don't care who is under the center. He's going to get better, and that air attack is going to come to life. I love the fact that Ty Detmer's there. All right, big man on campus, that's 3 big ones. We got to wrap it up. We got to get this thing produced and get it out so our viewers can cash those tickets. Marshall -41. Middle Tennessee State on the money line, +155 over Vandy, and you heard it, 2 picks. BYU, you can take them +3 or the money line +145, and don't forget the under. BYU and Utah under 45. Hey, big man on campus, how can our viewers get a hold of you and see what you do?
You can find me anywhere, bmocwins.com. Come on over and talk to me. Had a great week last week. Won a couple units on our plays last week. Had a great week. this is my passion, Mike. I love college football. Come over and join bmocwins.com.
Absolutely. I know it's your passion. That's why I really, really enjoy working with you. And another thing I want to say, our viewers, what has happened, Forbes has featured us in an article about our bonus page. And this is a true story, and this is in the last week. Our bonus page, which the viewers can find on the left-hand side of SBR, our viewers have taken advantage of some of the best bonuses, Jeff. And I'm talking like books like Bookmaker and Five Dimes. The traffic that's going that way for the sign-ups because of the bonuses is amazing. You know, and we try to let these guys know the best advice we can. All right, when it's sports betting, you're taking a chance, but when you know what books pay the best and they also give you the best bonuses, you're not taking a chance. That's a no-brainer. So our viewers need to continually take advantage of that.
Mike, can I just say one thing before we go?
Absolutely.
I wanted to say one thing about SBRforum.com. I've worked with you guys for about a little over a year, last year and this year, and I got to tell you guys are one of the best in the business, probably the best in the business. I enjoy working with you. You guys do all sorts of great stuff. I like the info, the bonus kind of stuff. You do the complaints if you have one.
Absolutely.
I think you guys do a fantastic job. I'm proud to work with you, and I think you're the best in the business. I appreciate you always having me on.
Wow, we appreciate you, Big Man on Campus. And viewers, you heard it. Take advantage of the bonus page. Also, check out Big Man on Campus.
Go get that free money, guys. Come on.
That's right. Cash those tickets in college football on these smaller games, angles that really nobody else is looking at. Big Man on Campus, thanks for everything. Let's beat that bookie's ass, and I'll see you again next Saturday.
So we're giving you picks every day, and you're probably making your own as well. Be sure to participate in SBR's weekly Twitter Bankroll Challenge. Just post your picks on Twitter with @SBRSportsPicks and the hashtag BetSBR before 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day, Monday through Friday. We'll be betting your picks, and if the bankroll is positive at the end of the week, you could win the profits. Picks must be of events taking place that day and available in at least one of the major sportsbooks shown in our Best Sportsbooks page.